Hello students, here we are going to learn second chapter of your chemistry, that is the is matter around us here. The first chapter we have studied, that is the matters in our surrounding. Okay, so first of all, uh, recall the definition of the matter. What is the matter? Matter is made up of one or more components, means it has certain mass and which occupies the space is called as a matter. And uh, the components, whatever the components or the it is made up of, is known as a substance. Then what is exactly mean by the substance? Substance is a kind of a matter uh, which cannot be separated into any other types of matter by some physical means. Uh, what is it? Here I have given the definition also. What is anything that cannot be broken into further particles by applying any physical process. Please concentrate on this term. Physical process is called as a substance. The matter is divided according to the two terms, that is the physical change or chemical change. Recall the terms what we have studied in first chapter. So by defining the characteristics of its components or a substance, we define it on the basis of its physical process or physical characteristics or physical change. Okay, so कोई यानी सब्सटेंस या एलिमेंट फर्दर डिवाइड नहीं होता अगर हम लोग कोई फिजिकल प्रोसेस उस पर अप्लाई करते हैं, तो उसे तो हम लोग कहेंगे इट इज नथिंग बट सब्सटेंस. सो मैटर कैन बी क्लासिफाइड इनटू टू टाइप्स ऑफ substances: pure substances and mixtures. What is the pure substance? The substance which cannot be broken down into any other types of matter. Such a substance is called as a pure substance. But it is quite difficult to get a pure substance as such. Substances are mostly mixed with one another and their combination is known as a mixture. कोई भी हमें एलिमेंट या सब्सटेंस या कंपोनेंट प्योर नहीं मिलता. It is always in the form of a combination or a mixture. For example, milk. Milk is the substance which has its elements or substances as like water, protein, fats, etc. Or butter, same as like. So, or air. Air, it is nothing but the mixture of oxygen, helium, carbon dioxide, etc. Like soil is not also not a pure substance. So in the same way, we cannot get a pure substance. If we want to get a pure substance, we have to do a chemical process, not any physical process. So on the basis of this property, matter is classified into two substances: pure substances and mixture. So what is the mixture? Mixture is substance which consists of two or more element or two or more substance. Then it is further divided into the category or a type, that is the homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. What is the homogeneous mixture? A homogeneous mixture has a uniform composition throughout its mass. It has no visible boundaries of the separation between the various constituents. Means what it is actually, homogeneous mixture में जो भी components mix हुए हैं वो uniformly mix होते हैं with each other. For example, when we add sugar, water and lemon juice together, they all uniformly mix with each other. हम लेमोनाड पीते हैं तो उसमें हम लोग शुगर, वाटर एंड लेमन जूस ऐड करते हैं, तो वो कैसे यूनिफॉर्मली मिक्स होते हैं. सो it is not possible to separate the substances from the mixture. Such a mixture is called as a homogeneous mixture. See here in this diagram I have represented the structure of the homogeneous mixture. It is uniformly mixed with each other, but in the heterogeneous mixture the particles or the elements or the substances are not mixed with each other uniformly. For example, if we mix sand and water together, then sand will be uh, will be at the bottom of your beaker or a glass when we pour the solution. Okay, then next one, heterogeneous mixture is do not completely dissolve with each other. जैसे sand and water एक दूसरे के साथ dissolve नहीं होते and we can separate them by physical means. अगर हम लोग पानी को छानते हैं तो we can separate those elements, that is sand and water from each other, then it is called as a heterogeneous mixture. For example, if we mix a sand and water, then sand settle down in the water after some time and we can separate it by filtration. Here few differences of the homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. This is the above is the definition of the heterogeneous and homogeneous mixture. Now let's see the differences. What is the mixture? Mixture, it is formed with the combination of two or more substances. And what is the substance? Substance is nothing but it is made up of one or more elements. Okay, and it is a kind of a matter which cannot be broken down into any other type of matter, is called as a substance. So on the basis of this substance, the combination of substance, the mixture is divided homogeneous and heterogeneous. Then again homogeneous mixture, it is further divided into the solution, and heterogeneous suspension and colloidal solution. Colloidal mixture. So what is exactly mean by the solution? A solution is nothing but a uniform mixture. Same definition of homogeneous mixture is applied to the solution. Okay, a solution is nothing but a uniform mixture of two or more substances. For example, liquid into liquid. If we mix the ink drops into the water, then the solution becomes a homogeneous mixture. We cannot separate easily the ink from the water. Okay, these are the several other examples I have given over here of the solution. One example is like solid into the solid is called as a alloys. Then what is meant by alloys? Alloys are the or an alloy is a mixture of a different metals or non-metals and metals that cannot be separated from each other using physical method. मीन्स एलॉय क्या है? एलॉय एक केमिकल प्रोसेस से बनता है जो कि मिक्सचर है मेटल एंड नॉन मेटल का या सिर्फ मेटल और मेटल का. ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल एलॉय brass is a alloy. It contains copper up to 50% of zinc. Or bronze medal bronze, it is also like an alloy. It is made up of copper with 12% with tin. Okay, so what is the solution? It is nothing but a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. Then there are two parts always come in the solution, or solution is made up of with the two types of substances, that is solute and solvent. Please do remember this solution is made up of two substances, that is solute and solvent. What is the solvent? जिसमें हम लोग फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर हम लोग लेमोनेड प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, देन वी विल ऐड शुगर इनटू द वाटर, लेमन जूस एंड शुगर इनटू द वाटर, देन water is nothing but your solvent and it always in a large quantity. सॉल्वेंट क्या है? जिसमें हम लोग क्वांटिटी मिक्स कर रहे हैं जो सबसे ज़्यादा है उसे हम लोग सॉल्वेंट कहेंगे. द सब्सटेंसेस इन विच अनदर सब्सटेंसेस इज मिक्स्ड इज कॉल्ड एज अ सॉल्वेंट. फॉर एग्जांपल, in lemonade water is a solvent in which we can mix different substances such as salt and sugar, and it always in a large quantity. और solute जो हम लोग छोटी क्वांटिटी लेते हैं जिसमें हम लोग ऐड करने वाले हैं तो वो छोटी क्वांटिटी मतलब solute. or the substances that is added to the solvent to form a solution is called as a solute. For example, salt, sugar, lemon juice are the solute when we mix into the water. Okay, then what is the property or what are the properties of the solution? First of all, solution is a homogeneous mixture. We cannot see the particles of a solution through naked eyes as they are as small as 1 nanometer in a diameter. सॉल्यूशन के पार्टिकल्स को या कंपोनेंट्स को या सब्सटेंस को हम लोग अपनी आंखों से नहीं देख सकते और वो होमोजेनियस मिक्सचर है एंड द पाथ ऑफ अ लाइट इज नॉट विजिबल थ्रू द सॉल्यूशन. अगर हम लोग बैटरी लेके उसमें से लाइट थ्रो करते हैं तो light is not visible through the solution. The particles of the solution do not scatter the light through them as they are extremely small. Okay, and we cannot separate the particle of a solution by method of a filtration. Filtration method ये जो physical process है हम लोग apply नहीं कर सकते solution के लिए. Then what is the stable solution? Is a solution in whose particles do not settle down if we leave the solution undistributed for some time. For example, चीनी water के साथ mix होती है, but if we add the chini into the water and we cannot stir or we not stir the solution, then that solution is not a stable solution because the sugar is not settled down completely in water. So it is called as a stable solution. Then different types of solution. There are mainly three types of solution. First one is saturated, then second one is unsaturated solution, and third one is the concentrated solution. अब saturated solution क्या है? A solution in which no more solute can be dissolved at the temperature is called as a saturated solution. A solution in which no more solute can be added since it has already dissolved the maximum amount of solute. It can be called as saturated solution. Suppose हम लोग lemonade बना रहे हैं और उसमें हमने sugar already add कर ली. 4 teaspoon of sugar we have added. But again, if we add 8 tablespoon of sugar into it and it cannot be completely dissolved or it has not dissolved completely, then that kind of a solution is called as a saturated solution. Then what is meant by unsaturated solution? A solution in which more quantity or a solution in which we can add more amount of solute as it has not achieved its saturation level yet is called as a unsaturated solution. अगर हम लोग 4 ग्लास ऑफ लेमोनाड बना रहे हैं और उसमें सिर्फ 4 टीस्पून शुगर डाली, then we can add more sugar up to 8 teaspoon or 12 teaspoon into it. Okay, so this kind of a solution means we have a scope to add it into the to add the sugar into it, then that kind of a solution is called as a unsaturated solution. And next last one is the concentrated solution. What is the concentrated solution? A solution with a large amount of a solvent is called as a concentrated solution. If suppose lemonade में water ज़्यादा quantity में है, then that kind of a solution is a concentrated solution. Okay, so here I have represented the types of a solution. See, this is the diluted or unsaturated solution. That means we have the scope to add more into this water. Concentrated means we have added enough quantity of ink or a copper sulfate into that beaker. It means that it is a concentrated. And saturated solution. What is it? Saturated? It means a solution has no more solute can be dissolved means उसकी capacity नहीं है, it is already dark in a color और उसकी capacity नहीं है और ज़्यादा कॉपर सल्फेट ऐड करा के लेने की, या हम लोग ऐड नहीं कर सकते, देन दैट काइंड ऑफ अ सॉल्यूशन इज अ. Now let's learn the term or a concept concentration. What is the concentration? It refers to the amount of substance per defined space or can be defined as the ratio of a solute in a solution to either solvent or total solution. Means what? Concentration अगर हम लोगों को define करना है, then we have to define it by the way, that is the कितना अमाउंट है सॉल्यूट का, देन इट इज डिवाइडेड बाय द अमाउंट ऑफ द सॉल्यूशन, अमाउंट ऑफ सॉल्यूट डिवाइडेड बाय अमाउंट ऑफ सॉल्यूशन which gives the or which measure the concentration. Okay, we can measure the concentration by its the mass also and its volume also, because it is made up of a substance and substance is nothing but a matter which occupies the mass and volume. So how we can measure the percentage of a mass, or how we can define the mass? It is the percentage of a solution. How it is? Mass of a solute divided by the mass of a solution. Again, how we can define the volume? It is the volume of a solute divided by the volume of a solution into 100, which gives the measurement or the which measures the mass or a volume of a solution. Then how we can define the normality, or how we can define how much quantity of the solute and solvent present in the concentration. Then we can define it by mass of a solute divided by equivalent mass into the volume of a solution in liters. Okay, just remember these two terms. These are the important ones. These are the for your sake of information. Okay, how we can define concentration? By amount of solute divided by amount of solution, then its mass and its volume. Then next one is the, what is the suspension? Okay, mixture, heterogeneous mixture is of two types, suspension and colloidal solution. Okay, then what is the suspension? It is formed when two or more substances are mixed in a non uniform manner. यानी जो substances mix हो रहे हैं वो uniformly mix नहीं होते. And we can see the particles in a mixture, that is the heterogeneous mixture, which contains the solute and solvent, can be viewed through the naked eyes. हम लोग उस सब्सटेंस को, सोल्यूट और सॉल्वेंट को अच्छी तरीके से यानी अपने खुली आंखों से देख सकते हैं, बट इन सॉल्यूशन वी कैन नॉट सी द पार्टिकल्स और कंपोनेंट्स और सब्सटेंसेस थ्रू अवर naked eyes. Okay, then what are the property? First one, it is a heterogeneous mixture. Then we can see the particles through our naked eyes, and we can see the path of light through the particles of a suspension. It is scattered beam of light. वहाँ अगर पार्टिकल से बीम ऑफ लाइट पास होती है तो वो कैसे होती है? स्कैटर होती है, और हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं? लाइट का पाथ अपनी आंखों से देख सकते हैं. Then particles of a suspension tend to settle down when left undistributed. They can be separated using filtration. हम लोग solution filtration से separate नहीं कर सकते solute and solvent, but in suspension we can separate it by using filtration. Okay, और अगर हम लोग उसे undistributed अगर हम लोग उसे छोड़ देते हैं सस्पेंशन को सेटल होने के लिए, देन इट इज लेफ्ट अनडिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड, यानी वो एक दूसरे के साथ बिल्कुल भी मिक्स नहीं होते. देन कोलाइडल, what is mean by the colloids or colloidal solution or a mixture? First one, colloidal solution or colloid is a uniform solution of a two or more substances. Okay, it is a uniform mixture or uniform solution, but it is a heterogeneous. How it is? The particles are relatively very small that the solution appears as a homogeneous mixture, but it is not. Colloidal solution फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर हम लोग बात करेंगे, अगर हम लोग मिल्क के कुछ ड्रॉप्स पानी में डालेंगे तो वी कंसिडर लाइक दैट मिल्क इज completely dissolved with water, but it is actually not. Okay, if we pour the few drops of ink into the water, we think that the ink is completely dissolved in the water, but it is actually not. Okay, so the mixture of that ink and water or milk or water is a colloid solution. Okay, or colloidal heterogeneous mixture. So the properties of the colloids are heterogeneous. Particles of the colloid cannot see through the naked eyes. Okay, सस्पेंशन में हम लोग देख सकते हैं पार्टिकल को, बट कोलाइड्स में हम लोग देख नहीं सकते. Okay, they are very small in nature. That's why we cannot see. Okay, then colloids are stable in nature. सस्पेंशन में कैसे होते हैं? पार्टिकल्स आर नॉट स्टेबल, बट यहाँ पे वो स्टेबल हो जाते हैं. इसीलिए हम लोगों को लगता है कोलाइड्स आर इन होमोजीनियस नेचर, बट इट इज एक्चुअली अ heterogeneous mixture. The particles of colloid do not settle down if we left uninterrupted. We cannot separate the particles of colloids through filtration. We use the method of centrifugation to separate the particles of colloid. ये हेट्रोजीनियस मिक्सचर होने के बावजूद भी हम लोग उसे फिल्टर नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि उसके पार्टिकल्स बहुत ही छोटे होते हैं. सो वी यूज द मेथड ऑफ सेंट्रीफ्यूगेशन टू सेपरेट द पार्टिकल फ्यूगेशन centrifugation method to separate the particles of colloids. Then next one is, see here through the diagram we can see that if beam of light is passed through these three mixture, that is the solution, colloid and suspension, we can see that the beam of light can easily pass through the colloids and suspension but not through the solution. Okay, the colloid solution is the best example of this Tyndall effect. What is the Tyndall effect? For example, when a ray of light enters a dark room, it's scattered by the dust particle present in the air and we can see the path of light clearly. Okay, अगर हम लोग किसी होल में से लाइट पास करते हैं डार्क रूम में तो वो लाइट क्या होती है? स्कैटर्ड होती है. तो इट इज नथिंग बट बिकॉज ऑफ द dust particle present in the air, the beam of light is scattered and it is the air is the colloidal mixture of the substances, so it forms the, or it gives the result of Tyndall effect. Then next one is classification of the colloids. Okay, the colloids are classified according to the dispersed phase and dispersing medium. Solution में क्या होता है? Solute and solvent. Both the terms are applied in suspension also, but in colloids these terms are called as a dispersed phase and dispersed medium, not solute and solvent. So dispersed phase क्या होता है? The particles, the solute like components are dispersed phase, और जिसमें वो component हम लोग add कर रहे हैं, it is a dispersing medium. Here some of the types of colloids I have given over here, so go through that table and just understand the concept of colloids. Okay, the next point is how to separate the components of a mixture. Yeah, we know that the matter is made up of with the two changes, physical and chemical. We here apply the physical processes or physical change to define the mixture or to define the pure substances. Okay, so how we can separate the mixture or separate the components of a mixture? By physical processes. These are the very common physical processes we use are the filtration, hand picking and sieving. All these method we generally use to separate the components of a mixture. But there are other several methods we use to separate the components, that is the evaporation that we have seen in the first chapter. What is the evaporation? It is the water vapors come from the mixture if the component is dissolved with the solvent like water. Okay, then centrifugation, sublimation. What is the sublimation is also we have studied in the first chapter. Then chromatography and distillation. I'm going to explain these three new method, that is the centrifugation, chromatography and distillation. We have covered the two topics, evaporation and sublimation, in the first chapter. So what is the centrifugation? We use this method to separate the component from a mixture, where we apply this method to separate the milk from a cream, for separating the butter from a cream, or squeezing out the water from a wet clothes. We use this centrifugation method. To separate the dense particle from a lighter particle, we can use this method also. Okay. For example, if milk is put in the centrifugation machine or milk churner and the cream thus separate from a milk. This method is always used in our mother's kitchen to separating the cream from milk. Okay. Then next one is the centrifugation method, is also used to separate the components of a mixture with the help of funnel. Okay, what is the funnel? It is, we have seen, it is like look like this. Okay, to separate two mixable liquid. What is the mixable liquid? Suppose if we add oil and water together, then this liquid is nothing but the ink, or that mixture is nothing but the immiscible liquid. Okay, how we can separate it? Oil from water, or iron and iron ore. Okay, how we can use this method? The immiscible liquid are allowed to settle in the funnel. First of all, take the that mixture and allow it to settle in the funnel, then soon form the separate layer. Okay, they form their separate layer due to varying densities. उसकी डेंसिटी अलग अलग है, तब वो अपने लेयर फॉर्म करेंगे. Then first liquid is allowed to flow out from the funnel, and as soon as it is completely poured out, the stopcock is closed, thereby separating the two liquids from each other. जैसे ही वो दो लेयर फॉर्म होंगे, स्टॉपकॉक ओपन करने का और पूरा एक लेयर बाहर निकालने का, एंड एक लेयर उसी में रहने देने का funnel में, then we can separate the components of a mixture. Okay, what is the sublimation method? Then sublimation method we have used in our first chapter. Okay, here we have applied it for the ammonium chloride or naphthalene and salt. Okay, those component have the sublimation effect, that is which is directly converted into the gas, solid, from solid to gas. Then it can be evaporated and collected at the tunnel or this tube of the funnel. Okay, then we can separate the mixture. Okay, then next one is the chromatography. What is the chromatography? To separate the solute that can be dissolved in the same solvent, where we apply it. For example, separating the color component of a dye or a drugs from a blood. This chromatography is always used for the liquid into liquid मिक्सचर. अगर एक लिक्विड दूसरे लिक्विड के साथ मिक्स हुआ है, या एक सॉलिड दूसरे लिक्विड के साथ मिक्स हुआ है, तो उसे सेपरेट करने के लिए हम क्रोमेटोग्राफी यूज करते हैं. हाउ दिस मेथड इज वर्क, आई हैव शोन बाय द हेल्प ऑफ फिगर. व्हाट इज द मेथड? To separate, if we want to separate the color component of a dye, take a filter paper or bottling paper and place a drop of ink at the rear end. Dip the end in the water. Okay, since ink is a mixture of two or more color, the component of ink which is soluble in water mix into it and then separate quickly from the other component. अगर हम लोगों को इंक में या कलर में से जो डाई के कंपोनेंट है उसे अलग करना है, तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे, उसे एक फिल्टर पेपर पे लेंगे और उसे पानी में डुबो देंगे. जो क्विकली सोल्यूबल है वाटर में वो डिजोल्व हो जाएगा, और जो लेस सोल्यूबल है वो पेपर पे ही रहेगा, और हम लोग इस तरीके से दो कंपोनेंट को अलग कर सकते हैं. Next, move towards the distillation method. In what is the distillation method? To separate the miscible or mixable liquids. What is the mixable liquids? The liquids which mix together in all proportion and form a single layer when we put in a container are called as a mixable liquid. जब हम लोग वाटर एंड ऑयल मिक्स करते हैं तो क्या होता है, ऑयल ऊपर रहता है, वाटर नीचे रहता है. इफ सपोज वी mix together the milk and the water, we mix together, then what happen, मिल्क वाटर के साथ इक्वल प्रोपोर्शन में मिक्स होता है, या अल्कोहल एंड वाटर दोनों इक्वल प्रोपोर्शन में मिक्स होते हैं. ओके और अगर हम लोग उसे कंटेनर में रखते हैं तो दे कैन नॉट फॉर्म द सेपरेट लेयर, देन दैट लिक्विड इज कॉल्ड एज अ मिक्सिबल लिक्विड. ओके सो for that uh, for that separation of the component we use distillation. What is the distillation method? Here we can take a solution in this conical flask. Okay, we have to take the solution in this conical flask, and this flask is attached with the thermometer and with the distillation apparatus. See, this one is the apparatus of the distillation. मतलब क्या करना है, हम लोगों को इस फ्लास्क में सॉल्यूशन लेके उसे हीट करना है. जो वाटर वेपर्स जिसका बॉइलिंग पॉइंट कम है, ठीक है, उसके वाटर वेपर्स जल्दी फॉर्म होंगे और इस apparatus में वो ट्रैवल करेंगे. जैसे ही इसमें आते हैं we will use the process of condensation or condenser. Okay, what is exactly it means? We will pressurized that vapors and cool it with the help of cooling water, and और उसका टेम्परेचर हम लोग रिड्यूस कर देंगे. जो उसके वजह से क्या होगा, जो वाटर वेपर फॉर्म हुए हैं उससे वाटर ड्रॉपलेट या ड्रॉप्स फिर से हम लोगों को मिल जाए. सो इन दिस वे वी कैन separate the components from the mixture. The mixture is heated in the distillation apparatus. The one substance with lower boiling point evaporate first and condenses and gets separated from the one with higher boiling point. Okay. So, for example, we will use that method for the acetone and water, or alcohol and water, या फिर milk and water. Okay. So there are two types of distillation method, simple distillation and fractional distillation. हम लोग simple distillation method कब यूज करते हैं, जिसका boiling point satisfactory है, या कहे तो सिर्फ लिक्विड के लिए हम लोग सिंपल डिस्टिलेशन मेथड यूज करते हैं. अगर हम लोगों को गैसेस को अलग करना है, फॉर एग्जांपल in the air there is a mixture of the oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, carbon dioxide etc. अगर इन लोगों को हम लोग को इन एलिमेंट्स को अगर हम लोगों को अलग करना है, then at that time we will use the fractional distillation method. Okay, when the differences between the boiling points of the liquid is less than 25 केल्विन. ओके, जिसका बॉइलिंग पॉइंट सेटिस्फैक्ट्री नहीं है या 25 केल्विन है, उसे यूज करने के लिए, या फिर मोस्टली गैसेस को अलग करने के लिए हम लोग फ्रैक्शनल डिस्टिलेशन मेथड यूज करते हैं. देन नेक्स्ट वन, separating gases from the air, that is the fractional distillation. Okay, what we will do, we will collect the air into the flask, then compress it and cool the air by increasing the temperature and decreasing the pressure. Okay, then air turns to the liquid air. Okay, then liquid air is warm up slowly in fractional distillation apparatus. The several components of the air get separated and are collected at various heights on the basis of their boiling point. Then next one is purifying solids. अगर हम लोगों को solids के components को अलग करना है, then at that time, or we have to purify the solid, then we will use the method crystallization. What is exactly it means? the crystallization method, we obtain a pure solid in the form of crystal from its impure solution. Okay, from its so impure solution. How we can obtain that crystallization? See here in this figure. For example, if we want to separate the salt from sea water, what we will do? Okay, the impurities of the substances are filtered out. First one, then water is evaporated to obtain a saturated solution. The solution is covered with the filter paper and left as it is. After some time, the crystal of a pure solid are formed. Then how it is we obtain? We have to take the solution into the beaker. Okay, then we will heat the solution to evaporate most of the solvent. Okay, then what happened? The hot solution is allowed to cool. The solid appears as the pure crystal at the bottom of this beaker or a uh, bottom of this bowl or pot. Then we will get the, with the help of filter paper, the we can filter the solution, or cold solution is poured off to obtain the crystals of the pure crystals of the solid. Then we will dry it and we will get the desired pure crystal. Okay, then next one is the physical change and chemical change. What is the physical change? Physical change is a temporary change during which no new substance is formed. For example, when physical property of a substance change, it is known as a physical change. Okay, change of ice into the water, or the uh, uh, what water into the water vapors. Okay, all these are the physical changes. In this, the chemical properties of the water remains as it is. There is only the physical situation of that substance is changed. And what is the chemical property in the or a chemical change? In this chemical change, the nature of a substance is almost changed, or is there is a permanent change in which the entire new substance is formed with the different property is called as a chemical change. I have given the example. Okay, it is also explained with the diagram. Then next one is the types of the pure substances. As I have told that the no substance is a pure substance except the if the substance go uh, under the chemical process. Okay, with the help of chemical process we obtain the pure substance or pure component. Then it is, when we got the pure substance, then it is further divided into the element and components. Okay, so what is the element? Element is the simplest form of the matter. First of all, remember element is the simplest form of matter and which cannot be broken down into the further element by chemical reaction. ओके, अगर हम लोग उसे फर्दर केमिकल प्रोसेस में डाल देते हैं तो वो दूसरा न्यू सब्सटेंस नहीं फॉर्म होगा, तो उसे कहेंगे एलिमेंट. ओके, these are the metals, non-metals and metalloids. For example, silver, mercury, copper, gold are pure elements or metals. The non-metals are all oxygens and metalloids are silicon, germanium. Only two are the metalloids. Okay, we know the 100 elements yet. Okay, out of which 92 are the naturally found, and rest are the, or the rest 8 are the man-made elements. Okay, from that most of the solid in nature. Okay, two are the metalloids. Non-metals are mostly the air elements. Okay, and at the room temperature 11 elements exist in gaseous state. Then next, what is the compound? The substances that consist of two or more substances. Okay, when the two or more substances are mixed together and they are formed by the physical process, it is called as a compound. Okay, what are the compound? For example, ammonium sulfate, sulfur chloride, water are nothing but the compounds. Elements are the pure substance. Okay, it cannot be further divided. But compounds are formed the with the help of two or more substances. Okay, there is a difference given in here. That is the what is the mixture and what is the compound. Then mixture, it is the also the combination of two or more substances. Okay, then properties of a mixture reflects the properties of the material. It is formed with the help of physical changes, and it is formed with the help of chemical. Okay, it is here completely new element is substance is formed, but here it contains its original properties. Here mixtures have no uniform composition except the homogeneous, okay, solution, a homogeneous mixture. Then it has a definite composition, definite ratio or a formula. Then it can be separated by the physical means, it cannot be separated by physical means. Okay, that's it.